Good morning, Pelham Road. Hope you're doing well today. We'll get right to it today. Jonah, it is reported, did not drown. It was not due to a lack of effort on his part. He tried. He jumped into the water. Now being in the belly, well, being in the belly of anything is going to be a tight spot. You can imagine that, right? Confinement is rarely welcome for anybody, but confinement actually does have its benefits, oddly enough. In confinement, we find ourselves having a tighter, regiment, a more disciplined practice when we're in a tight spot. And what did Jonah do when he was in a tight spot? Well, he turned to prayer. So, confinement can lead us to some places that are positive. In fact, confinement is the prelude to freedom. I mean, look at Jonah's story. Well, don't look too closely at Jonah. Jonah's not really the best role model for freedom. But confinement brings us to self-control. And self-control leads to all the kingdoms of the world. Now, since Jonah is not the best role model, although he was in a tight spot and learned, I'll ask you this morning to consider what the biblical writers called in Galatians the fruit of the Spirit. It's often overlooked and underappreciated, but self-control is the fruit that keeps on giving. Go ahead and read Galatians 5. You'll find it. It's one of the last ones. Now, I want you to consider the benefits of a life governed by self-control. When tempted to go back on your promises, when tempted to break the heart of the one you pledged to love, you show self-control and say no. Hear the geese? When encouraged to take advantage of another to achieve success at the expense of another person, you show self-control and remember that you worship God and God will take care of you and you don't have to step on other people. I know when you look at the fruit of the Spirit, joy and peace get all the headlines because they're listed up there at the top. But batting ninth in the batting order is the anchor of the lineup, self-control. Self-control is underrated. People finish college because they have self-control. People save money because they have self-control. People let arguments die and maintain relationships because they practice, I heard you, self-control. People stay away from the dangerous drugs because they exercise self-control. This morning, I'm just saying, let's use a little self-control. It can lead to a much better life when we practice it. Have a good day.